Good morning, everybody. So who's taking Trump's advice? Buying stocks. Like markets are going to soar. He is so full of recommendations lately and news things, over the top. Anyway, things were acting really well until they stopped. We got a bunch of topping tails and reversal bars all over the place. We'll see if they follow through. One bar doesn't change the trend, which is I guess up to neutral. Things are up at resistance areas. So far, they're just chopping sideways for a while here. Um, so kind of just been a battle between buyers and sellers. Things look good and then things back off, and we'll see what they do. I was kind of thinking that yesterday anyway, without any significant news. You know, he doesn't say anything. And I mean, economic news, things might be able to get going here today. Uh, Maybe they still can get some kind of movement. Pretty boring to get another if we get an inside day here, but you see a little blip up and right back down again, and it's holding and it's getting tighter and tighter. We covered that yesterday in the morning, just looking at different things. We talked about the spring getting wound. Um, and looking at the weekly chart here, we're starting with the futures, but you've got the open and close almost exactly the same. So things are just marking time, waiting, you know, China. Now they're going to Switzerland to talk. We'll see what comes out over the weekend. So maybe Monday could be a market mover. We'll see. So far, it's just been a lot of talk and things back and forth, back and forth. Let me just see here. Anything new coming out? I think so. All right. Oh, yeah, 80% for for China. What are they gonna do? You know, I don't know. Guess it's just a big chess game. So Nasdaq futures acting a little better here this morning, but still an inside day. Some semiconductors uh, continue to act well comparatively, not lighting the world on fire. Things seem to earnings reports, certain things like the world on fire. What did I see? What was it? Groupon yesterday. If you saw that one, I mean, it's like all of a sudden things just explode, and so that was a big monster move. I think surprise earnings, but so money's still flowing into certain things at certain times. Uh, I suppose that's a plus. Anyway, as far as the broader markets go, the Russell looks like it can continue to move up. I mean, it's a not a great looking chart, but we talked about this. I called it a so-so buy setup. So-so because it pulled back to the bottom of the wide range bar. In any event, buyers stepped in, and this held on to the gain a little better than other things. And inside day so far, and it looks like it's headed toward this resistance area up there. It looks better intraday than the others do. That's on a shorter time frame here. Still erratic, but not as whippy. The weekly is stalling at resistance. So many of these indices are at their respective resistance areas. Suggest they're not going to do a heck of a lot. Maybe the Dow plays some catch up, or it's too early to tell, but this is a classic breakout bar failure pattern in the making, which is this little sideways consolidation, the breakout, which ends with a topping tail bar, and then you get an inside bar. And so today just beginning, and the next trading day, it would break below the low of the inside bar. and move lower. Well, it could be, Alex. I mean, it looks like it's too early to tell. Patterns develop, whether it's a so-so buy setup or a 1, 2, 3 or a 180 or whatever it is. Patterns set up, and then you see, does it actually trigger or is it negated? You know, a bullish 180 could turn into a bull sandwich. The next bar was a big down bar. So we need to see what develops today. You know, the topping tail yesterday isn't a great sign because we want to see, prices hold on to their gain. Let's take a quick peek at, you know, these generals or FANG stocks. And you see most of them were, well, Apple, that's in question, but Microsoft had broken out and turned into a topping tail. NVIDIA, not a big deal. That looks like it can continue to go higher. It's probably one of the better looking ones, kind of pseudo 1, 2, 3. It's not inside the bar, but, it's a resting day. And, we'll see what that does. Amazon's just been grinding away. Um, Tesla grabs your attention. Well, look, I think everybody is on the not everybody, you got to be on the fence with Tesla, meaning it's got a bottoming pattern. Right? You've got this bottom. It had this very strong move. And if we just apply the analysis that we do, we got, forget the news, I think I mentioned yesterday there was some news saying things are going from bad to worse. Okay, well, the stock didn't tank and it's just consolidating here in a range in the upper part of the wide range bar. And so we'll see. Does it break out or what is it going to do here? I think if it breaks out here, it probably initially stalls at 300. And if it doesn't flip right back down, it might be off to the races for that. Right now, it's just, grinding, chopping sideways. Meta gave back yesterday. Netflix, I mean, that's the first red bar in Netflix since this move started over here. The gap down got bought. AVGO, these are just some others that I have in the bottom here that are widely followed. Costco, I mentioned in the middle of the day, the bottoming tail bar. We'll see if that can get above the highs. So, Broadcom looks decent, but that turned into a doji bar and Walmart gave back. So, and, JP Morgan, maybe if it can clear these highs, maybe financials, help drag the S&Ps upward. Gold just consolidating, it had this pull back to the 20 and support. Everything is just marking time here. Silver's marking time. Crude oil, a technical bounce off of the support area, the pivot there. You can see it coming in a little bit as it gets closer to resistance. Things are just kind of moving technically. I guess equities wise, just just a nervous. I use the analogy walking on eggshells, bullish price action, walking on eggshells as things kind of step toe toward the resistance areas. Interestingly, interest rates coming off of the lows here, markets kind of brushing it off. I mean, it's not a big deal. We got a trading range within a bigger trading range. So it's just more indecision and things getting to a point where I think, they're getting ready to make some type of decisive move. I think if it's to the upside, it could be kind of just the last part of the move in this grinding advance that's been going on. So you'll remember April 9th, the big flip-flop day. This was like, tariffs. And I think, yeah, that's the second that started. That was the high day at the time. And down it went, and then, maybe not. And then, has just been kind of a grinder. What's your thoughts? Oh, Cathie Wood giving Tesla a 2,600 target within 5 years. I don't know if she was the one or there was someone else that gave it a 4,000 target years ago. So you got these wild um, opinions on Tesla as to it being, going to be this monster, or it's just terrible company for whatever reason. Anyway, there's no doubt that the guy's a genius running major companies, that any one person would be, you know, to deal with one wouldn't be easier. And so, and the government. Anyways, so, yesterday was an indecision day. Hey, if you remember years ago, I don't think she had one uh, fund at the time, and the thing went up like over 100%, and then it crashed. So, I mean, she's an intelligent lady, and she's called Bitcoin pretty good, from time to time. So look, everybody has their moments of brilliance and being an idiot. All right, so an indecision day, doji day, whatever, tails on the top and the bottom. It's at resistance under the 200. We'll see what happens with the weekly. It's too early to look at the monthly. So again, just marking time, flip flopping around here inside yesterday's range, and SPX. Just ranges are contracting. It's up here. I think I have to check the numbers, but this came up a lot. Like yesterday, it was a bit above 5,500, and this moved up, I'd say close to 80 strikes. And last I looked, this hadn't moved. So again, things are tightening up. The bearish sentiment, this coming up as much as it has and this not moving, bearish sentiment is diminishing. It's getting tighter. Some kind of move is coming. That's not what I wanted. Where? Shoot, did I close that? Yeah, it came up a little bit because the market came up a little bit, but let's see if this one moved. Yeah, it came up a little bit. Anyway, above the 200 today. I mean, unless some news comes out, it's not getting above the 200 today. I don't believe it will. Probably going to be another range bound day. 5,700 has been, a pivotal point. The open interest and puts and calls going out a while are all clustered there. So kind of pinning it in that area. So I wouldn't expect it to get too far either way from that 5,700 area, either up or down. I didn't cover the internals. I don't even want to, I'm not even ready to call it yet. I don't know, because this just barely touched the bottom band. Um, so maybe, I don't know, some update next week could get this more decisive as far as the sentiment pushing into those bands. I've mentioned in the past, these bands adjust for bull and bear markets. And so you can see they're slightly downward tilting. Um, anyway, you just got a touch there. We'll see. I wouldn't call it anything just decisive yet, but if it does move up, it's more likely that that up move would be the last before, I guess, the last chance to sell in May and go away. If that is a true, it's always said. I think some years it holds true and others it doesn't. Anyway, we'll see how it unfolds bar by bar. All yours, Dan. Goldman forecasts a 20% drop in the market. Well, we'll see if it comes true.
And Alex, what's that based on? Recession, tariffs, the same old nonsense? Mm. You know, that Greg slide the other day, Wednesday, we're so sick of tariff news. You could, actually play that same slide every day because that's what's moving the market right now. And then I said, once that's settled, it'll be something else they're worried about. As Alex said, then maybe they focus on China invading Taiwan. Who knows? All right, alarms here. We did a ton of earnings trades of selling puts and just one of buying calls. I'll get to them. But let me see. Alarms here real quick. NET. I think that was that one earnings? Because I forget. I was trying to sell puts or whatever, but didn't get filled. Clean. That's one we did. Oh no, this is the one we bought calls on. It's a little bottoming pattern. We bought the in the money $1.50 calls, only paying 5 cents of time premium to be able to speculate. ARC B, talking about the ARC lady. We're long this in the ETF letter. Up alarm went off. Bitcoin over 103. Yeah, the ARC lady, she said, yeah, Tesla to 2,600 in 5 years. And I mean, I don't know where these people come up with this shit. I mean, I don't care. Let her buy whatever the heck she wants. I don't care. I just kind of feel bad when she sucks in innocent people with ridiculousness. I think she said Bitcoin is going to go to her target is 750 to 1.5 million by same date, 2030. My answer is whatever. I'm not saying it can't, but I mean, why do you gotta make such ridiculous? Whatever. Let's move on. All right, top tier alarm. This was one of the all right. I did more option trades than I even gave, but I know I gave a bunch. So I did a put spread on this inverse head and shoulder. Beautiful bottoming pattern. So there's been so many bottoms lately, and a lot of inverse head and shoulders. That's an inverse head and shoulder bottoming pattern. So we sold a put. I'm just expiring today. I'm just I got my stop in, and I'm going to let it expire at full profit. Like here's STZ, another one that we're in. Big old inverse head and shoulder. We're long the stock. All right, let me go up to Delta Victor alarm just went off. It's not an inverse head and shoulder, but it's a bottoming pattern. So this one was another one with shorted puts into earnings. Let's see which one. I have so many, I can't even keep them straight. All right, we did the 12.5, 10. So, look at my horizontal line. That's the bet we were making. That even if it went against us, the bet is we'll still make money on volatility contraction. So I have a couple orders out pre-market to close some of these things. Yeah, I did more than others. All right, here we go. No dear. Um, here we go. All right, wow, I got a lot of cleaning out to do. Talking about deer, that alarm went off also. We're long this. Look at this. This was earnings yesterday. And so we got the benefit. It was a beautiful setup. There's a gap from a buy setup after a breakout. And then it looks like we get the benefit of whatever tariff news, somebody said agriculture or something. And I had an alarm up here go off 496. So keep an eye on that. We sold half in the strength. All right, these are earnings trades. Let's go as fast as I can. I know there's a lot of them. Soon we sold the 8.5, 7.5 put spread expires today. I forget if I said bid a penny to get out or just let it expire at full profit, stop under the week's low. I sent a bunch of telegram alerts out pre-market, so if you have any questions on any of these in the green room, just ask me. TTD, we sold. Could you believe we sold the 25 puts? Look at that. I mean, look at this pattern, daily, weekly, monthly. What does anybody think the odds of this gap at $25 are after it's already down from 135? So I did a 30 lot. So I sold 30 contracts of the 25 puts, 21 cents a share. So that's $630. I made on, well, day's not over, but it looks like it's money in the bank. I mean, what the hell would have to happen in order for this $70 stock to go down to 25 by 4 p.m. today? Less than 0.1%. Dunking, we did 33s put spread for today. Again, check the alerts. I got so many, I can't keep them straight, but I forget if I said full profit or bid a penny or two, whatever. Lift, that's a nice bullish gap. No entry here. It could be a very sloppy bottoming pattern on the monthly. Remember, Uber reported Wednesday, but that ran into earnings and then gapped down. So this one's substantially stronger. Daily, weekly, monthly. Rocket Lab, I did puts myself. I forget which ones I did. But they're naked, and I'm just gonna let that expire at full profit. Coin I did by myself. I did the 175s naked. It's gapping down a little, but with 99% certainty, I'll have an open gain after the spreads tighten up because of vol contraction in the earnings. Thomas JP Morgan, it's at this prior high, gapping down. It's just not high odds to me. I'm setting an alarm. We'll come back. A firm was down. I thought it was down more. No pattern tossed. That's when we did inverse head and shoulder, let it expire at full profit. Comp. All right, this one we did the $7 naked, and it was up pre-market. Now it's coming down a bit. So I'll be looking to try to get out of this at break even ish. I'll wait 5 minutes and take a look at it. Microchip is a good bottoming pattern. See, I like them when they have bullish price action and close above the 50 and then have a void, and that's exactly what this does. So I mean, it's earnings trade, but that would have been a put candidate. I forget if I looked at it or not. But 50, a gap's too big. Gap's too big. But yeah, that Nvidia Greg mentioned, I had that as a put spread on Wednesday, and my alarm went off right into the close. But yeah, I like Nvidia better for a new trade. Let me go ahead and set an alarm. I'll set an alarm, just eyeball in there. How about 118.60? Oh, and I know you all were talking about Tesla. Yeah, we did a put spread yesterday on Tesla. I gave two different ones in both letters. Now it is not ready for directional, but this was the trade review of the week, and we also focused on this in coaching on Tuesday. And yes, I love it daily, weekly, monthly in alignment for directional, but it's not, I don't have my trigger yet for directional. But I was happy enough for put spread. Well, we did one put spread and one naked for further down. So that nice. I'm still watching that for directional. Serve bottoming pattern. See what it does at 10 o'clock. Same TXG monster gap and down call spread idea 0 DTE. So when I mention these for today's Friday 0 DTE, I love Fridays. I'll emphasize the ones I like the best. So I like that one, 5 minute low monster, provided there's the same old checklist drill, which is tight spreads, adequate premium. This one gapping up, any two we already mentioned. That's a put spread on a pullback. I'll write that down. AMPX. That's a bottoming pattern. But there's kind of the neckline. It's gap into the neckline and it has a void. So maybe a 30-minute high on that. INOD. I'm in this one, but the room is not. I have the 3250s. Delta Victor. We talked about full profit as of now. ARCO alarm just went off. Bottoming pattern. Look at the gap up 470. I see that's a bottoming pattern. So you see how the fit, I wanted, it's an inverse head and shoulder, downside shakeout, breakout failure here, but then it consolidated for another 3 weeks, closing breakout, but the gap's too big. Clean, I said we bought calls. Expedia. Now this one's a bearish gap at the support, so I'm gonna watch this one as a possible 0 DTE put spread over 30-minute high. We got to see what happens in the first 30 minutes. Aluminum bottoming pattern. I'm going to set an alarm at 80 and change. If it can negate this gap, then it would be bullish. I'll set it at 80 spot 20. All right, 5-minute horseman coming in a little bit right now, which is fine. We don't have to be in a rush to do anything. I'm just going to be focused on managing all my earnings trades myself and other opens, of course. I got alarms. Let's watch that deer to protect our beautiful gains. On today's asking me here about a couple gap ups. Cisco. There's no good pattern. It's gapping a 60, 70, right? 60. It's extremely sloppy right now. Tiva. There's no pattern here on today's. It's kind of a not a textbook climb up, but but there's no pattern. It's a mess. All right, Oxy. I got a couple of alarms going off here. Serve bottoming pattern. I said keep an eye on that. You said Oxy. Oxy's better, but that would be a put spread under yesterday's low. I like. So if somebody wants to do that, I'm going to be have my hands full here. And B, you probably have to wait 5 minutes anyway because of the spreads are going to be crazy. But I like that those three, Andre. I like Oxy the best as a put spread. Yesterday's low if there's juice. All right, I heard one bell go off, so I got something filled. Oh shit, our comp is not looking good. COMP looks horrible. Shoot. All right, so that one's going against us. I think all the other ones are fine. And we got that problem child on our hands. And the spreads are friggin' ludicrous. That's why it's showing a big loss. Tesla up alarm. Still nothing to do. We got our put spread though. It's doing fine. My INOD is going to the spreads, man. I gotta do that spread. I'm bidding 5 cents. So that's 5 cents by 70. Delta Victor. Delta Victor. Oh shoot, that's the one we did let me check what we did. So we did have an open profit. We have a put spread that expires in 7 days. We have an open profit though. Let's close it at 15 cents. Just be done with it. You may get out better. Let me just because of spreads, let me try and see if they've Delta Victor. We have the 12.5. I'm just killing it here at 15. Come on, man. Delta Victor. What letter did I put that in? Could be the weekly. Yeah, DV. Weekly. Media there, middle chart, nothing to do. That tossed is ripping. So that's the one I said let it expire at full profit. Oh, dunking, I'm out of. I made $439 on dunking. Man, I must have had a big position size. Soon expires today. I said bid a penny. I'm up $340 on this one. Yeah, it's bid a penny by 2. So you can get out at 2 cents if you want. I was bidding a penny and I am not filled yet. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover half. Let's see here. I'm going to kill him. I got it in 2 accounts. Man, I'm up 560 in this one. I went big, big size on a couple of these things. All right, so I forget if I gave it to both letters or not. So, okay, let's close this one. Close at 2 cents soon. Yeah, I had 2 different trades. I had a $1 wide put spread, and I also have a naked on a different account. All right, so we're done with him. Rocket Lab, low alarm. It's another one that I'm in that expires today. Let's see what he's up to. This was the one I was going to let expire at full profit. It's 18. I'm going to kill this at 2 cents. It's a penny by 2. I'm just going to kill it. Done. Done with Rocket Lab. ATN. I don't like the 200 and up 5 bars. Let's see, broader market is just flat and neutral here to me. So I'm not an aggressive mood. They gotta look really nice for directionals. Mm, nice trade. What's this one that we had a directional on? Are you this bottoming pattern? Race still didn't get filmed. All right, where are you? Metro toss. Clean, that was it. Clean. Let's see where we're at. I had an order for 45 cents. I did not get filled. I let's kill clean break even. It has top and tail now. I guess bailed on mine break even. Yeah, my test. Yeah, Tesla's. Yeah, my alarm went off a couple dollars ago. I wonder if any of that is because of the ARC lady. But we sold puts on it yesterday. Don't look there. I actually just closed my short puts, keeping the long ones. With a GTC sell order. Tossed. Uh, if you wanted, you could buy a. Wow, that thing is so far out of the money. We got the 33 puts short. Does anybody think that's going to 33? Look at that inverse head and shoulder. Man, bottoming pattern. That was beautiful. Yeah, I'm working on also doing I'm working on two MT lives, one bottoming pattern and one inverse head and shoulder, just because there's been so many of them recently. I'm just gonna let this go out at full profit. I don't even feel like paying a penny. Credit soon tossed. IMOB, this Babay. We shorted $3 puts yesterday. Man, it's 0 by 5. So we're already up. We're already at 50% of max profit. And the problem is, see, I hate when they don't show penny increments. Because I would bid 2 cents right now, which I'm doing. And he's not going to show it. I mean, you can take 50% of max profit right now if you want it. I'll just keep a tight leash on it. If it goes down to 520, I might do that. Let me set an alarm. But that's a coiler. Look at all those MAs. That's the spring being wound that we talked about in MT Live. Look at those MAs. Yeah, I didn't like that pullback yesterday we talked about. Well, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't buy 3 up bars here, but our put spreads are doing great. In fact, I'm way behind on alerts here. Let's just move it to break even. We have them in both letters here. I'll update these later. Okay. Deer. Hey, okay, our deer I thought was gapping up, but I guess it didn't. But that's a 1, 2, 3 now. Wow, this thing looks like it could go to 505. So we're in. We sold half, so that looks great. IBKR put spread looks great. Another inverse head and shoulder. Another inverse. They are all over the place. Grab a screenshot of that. Our put spread's doing great, but yeah, it's a directional too. Ideally Monday we get a correction bar, or even today, a little bottoming tail, close here, and then target 200. So yeah, it still looks good. Going through opens here real quick. IoT, we're in trail mode. Lulu, I moved stop break even. Yesterday, STZ, we know about. A little slower moving. Tesla, I just mentioned. Let me see how much we're up. In this letter, we did the 255s naked. Up $140 on one lot. Nothing wrong with that. Our TTD, I forgot about. Look at that rocket ship. Do y'all remember I said yesterday I would consider even a directional on that? Man, when things get clobbered from the prior earnings and then they build a big old bottom like this, the odds of them going higher, in my experience, are very high. All right, so man, my only losing trade on these is this comp. And it's against me. I'm down 250 bucks on this, but I'm still net on this one account up 776. On my dad's account, 1,075. And those are all on earnings trades. So yeah, they, sometimes you're crying, but today we're in good shape. This Nitra, I can't get out because of the spreads, but I'm bidding a dime. Short the 130s. And I'm the one sitting there on the bid at 10 cents, 10 cents by 270. So, so that's showing me an unrealized loss. So that's skewing my open P&L also. All right, if you're still in this comp, I said break even pre-market, but if you're still in it, you can kill it at 45 cents, which is a very acceptable loss. It's half the premium received. Um, be done with that. The other PTD will be a nice profit. Tesla, Vic, WRB, Vic doing nothing. Wide range bar doing nothing. We're in trail mode, 72.28. Oh, it came up within a dime or so of it. Just let it play out. So those are all the advisories, credit spreads. This thing's trading crazy. Alex, remember I said for directional, I just didn't know how high it would go. No, you cannot, Alex. How is that possible? Options pre-market. What are you talking about? No, I'm talking about my Alex, I'm talking about my telegram was sent pre-market. Telegram. All right, so we still have a put spread on this, but yeah, and so Alex, this was a bottoming pattern earnings. So Alex, it's very complicated, so I really don't like teaching it. But the only way to hedge pre-market your option trade is with stock. And just to keep it really simple, whatever side's going against you and you want to lower that directional bias, you do it with longer short stock. And that's going to, by definition, affect um your delta exposure. And sometimes we even lock in our gains that way. Meaning, let's say I have a long call and the thing gaps up $3, just short the stock pre-market, right? Because you have the right to buy it at a lower price, so you're hedged. All right, so I think we got a big fat nothing on our hands here today. But this is a nice continuation pattern actually with the void. Yesterday was a nice bar, and then today range expansion, but I'm not doing anything with it. Had an alarm go off. Um, all right, what else we all got? WDC. Hey, Expedia middle chart I mentioned. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like WDC, Thomas. It's up too much from this breakout. 200 hovering, market's up a lot. Look at your weekly, right at major resistance. I don't like it. TXG, watch for, I don't like that one. The morning gap was bullish, but it's coming in too hard. All right, Diamond Spiders Qs, some 5 minute are failing that earlier bullish reversal. So like I said, I'm chilling here. THG, I don't like that one myself at all. You want me to give you all the reasons why? Oh, do I got it wrong? THG stop at 850. Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, so I don't like that one at all either. No. Oh, you're buying a dip? Ooh, that ain't my style. Not on a failed bullish gap. Not me, sir. All right, let me think about it, Robert. But it's any example you want, just if you, like I said, if you just want to, whatever side is going against you and you want to lower that directional pain, you do it um, with a few shares of stock. Let's talk about it in a bit here. Because there's something on TAS where it gives you the beta weighted number. But let's come back to that. Um, out TXG. Oh, I thought you were wanting to buy a limit entry on a pullback. All right, bull here. I still got no interest. It's an attempted bottoming pattern, but I don't like it. All right, I think I'm Bitcoin rocking here again. Just broke out a 50-minute consolidation. Man, Tesla is moving. I wonder if that was the ARC lady. Still in this race. I'm gonna bid a nickel GTC. It's bid 0 right now. Um, Hoover, Hoover monetary policy. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, you're right. I read that there's a ton of Fed people speaking. All right, let me go through opens here first and the weekly. We did bye-bye, we did CVS. Oh, Dunkin'. Dunkin' was, okay, I got out of mine at, I forget what price, but we have 33, 31. I forget what I said. Dunkin'. Ah, I said bid 3 cents. So all right, we're out of this one. That was, I told you I posted a bunch of adjustments pre-market. So that one's out. I closed mine at a nickel, but that's when it was falling. Right. That's when it was falling. So your 3 cents should be definitely met. So you got a better out than I did. So out of three. Nice doing business with you. Delta Victor, I said close at 15. Now we're done with you. KKR. We did a put spread yesterday. That's fine. SMH, we did put spread. Let's see where we're at. 210, 200. What did I get filled on? SMH. Nvidia's doing nothing. Tesla is the only ripping thing today. And we're in it. 200, 190. Two 2008. You know what? We're let's just close this. 23 divided by 90. So let's kill this. SMH. And then I type the reason why. Hmm. Oh, I didn't get around to reading the journal today. I just noticed that I had it open in my browser, but I was too busy with all those earnings screens. Brown, short. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not, I don't like it. This is a power bar. You got a horizontal support, you got a rising 20, you got a 15 that's extended. Man, I mean. That's a closing breakout on Tesla. So now what we need is a 1, 2,